Hi, this is Jason. Welcome to today's live session where we're going to talk about one very frequently asked question whether we are discussing with our clients where we are doing our Facebook advertising classes, which is what is the minimum spend that I should be putting aside for Facebook advertising? Then, only it will make sense to bring me positive ROI or positive return on advertising ad spend. But seriously, this is one question that has been bothering a lot of people, especially those people whether you are new to advertising or you have been running advertising for a while. I believe it is one way or another has been in your mind that you're not sure whether this amount that you're spending, whether is it enough, whether is it too much, how much is good enough. So there are many ways of looking into this, but first of all, the first method for us to look at how much is good enough or how much budget should I put aside for Facebook advertising is that what is your funnel like? How does it work? So put it this way, this is how it works. How many people do you need to reach in order to get one lead? Now, out of which, how many leads do you need to get in order to get one customer? Every business must have a funnel. Now, this is applicable for those businesses that has been advertising actively on Facebook. But if you're new, if you're not sure about all these numbers, we have another way around to look into it. But put it this way, if you are a business that have been running advertising on Facebook for a while, if you do not have all these numbers in place, it is really a must that you have to take some time and dive into your business and see how does it work for your business. You see, put it this way, although there are plus minus fluctuations, etc., but fundamentally, every business after you have been advertising for a while, except it is probably kind of like affected by festive seasons or any spikes in demand or etc. But usually your advertising budget should yield you similar amount of people that you possibly will be reaching, and out of which an X number of leads should come in, because this is a funnel that you should really pay attention to, you should really look at, because that is a way for you to measure from time to time how effective is your Facebook advertising going along. So that's the funnel that you should pay attention to. But if you do not have a funnel, we take a step back and ask another question, which is, what is your cost per customer like? Now, in any business that you're running around, definitely there must be a cost that you are willing to pay in order to get a new customer in, but every business would have a different cost structure here. So for your business, how much are you paying to get a new customer? So you can actually look back at your other advertising or marketing channels, like probably your referrals. Now, if you are paying 50% of your fee to the referral, and you're probably paying X amount of money to get a new customer, but if you're running advertising of using flyer or newspaper or etc., there must be a cost that you are paying in order to get a new customer. So that is an amount, and that is a number that you need to get to. But yet again, if you do not have the number, we will come back and ask another question, which is, what is your margin like? For every product, you must be selling at the price that you are making money. Now, after deducting all the costs that you have, such as your fixed costs, your variable costs, there must be an amount that you're making out of which each sale. So what is the margin like? Because that would define how much are you willing to pay to get a new customer. Because put it this way, in my opinion, when you're running any advertising, whether it's online or offline, Facebook, etc., there must be an amount that you are willing to pay for each customer. But fundamentally, in my opinion, as long as you're getting, let's say if you're paying a ringgit to get a ringgit back in profit, you're golden, which means if you're spending 100 ringgit and then you're getting back 100 ringgit in profit, that's really golden. So what I would advise you is you should drive all the way, because every customer is free for you. And not to forget, this customer, of course, I'm looking at your business or your product or services must be outstanding, which the customer will come back for more, or they will refer their friends who might need your product or services to buy from you in the future. Now, fundamentally, the other thing that you must not forget, you might be reaching 10,000 people to get one customer, but out of one customer that you get, which is already paying off for all your advertising fee, you have 9,000 over people who have seen your advertisement, but they are yet to buy from you. Put it this way, not every business will need to buy from you for now, but the moment you do your advertising, targeting, your audience targeting, profiling, everything right, okay, your audience, I'm assuming, must be good enough, which these are the people that you're trying to reach and they are potentially your customers. So they don't buy from you today, doesn't mean that they will not buy from you in the future. So fundamentally, as long as your return on advertising spend is 1 or more, you're perfectly golden. So you should drive your money all the way. So that is exactly, in my opinion, what you should be paying attention to. So there are many ways to kickstart. Of course, when we look at Facebook advertising, we know that you can start with as low as 3 ringgit a day. But 3 ringgit a day, probably you're only reaching a few hundred people every day, which, when it comes to advertising, I believe this is very much a probability game. So out of every 100 or 1,000 people that sees your ad, there probably will be 1 or 10 people that might take action to the next one and the next one, etc. So it's really important for us to kickstart with something. But if you ask me, what is the good number to start with, I would definitely refer back to your appetite. So if you're willing to set aside 500 ringgit a month, start with 500, which is fine. If you're willing to go with 5,000 or 10, which is fine, let's start somewhere, because what we really need here is we need to get the funnel out of it, which is the first question that I asked you. Because the moment you have a funnel, and then only we will have a foundation to keep improving the funnel, to keep making it better, to keep making it more efficient. That will be in turn get you more leads with the amount, or more customers with the amount that you're spending. So that's fundamentally how we determine what is the minimum spend, or what is the amount to spend for Facebook advertising that is viable. So this is exactly what we cover in our regular Facebook advertising FAQ live sessions. So remember to follow and click get notification so that you'll be notified whenever we go on live or whenever we publish a podcast over here. So exactly this is what we want to discuss here in our Facebook advertising classes, whether it's online or offline. But consider this. This is a question that has been bothering you for a while, consider join our online class. We have a Facebook advertising fundamental for beginners, which it is also for those people who have been advertising for a while, but still there are some questions that is bothering you. Put it this way, in my opinion, the unknown is what is really stopping you from advancing. You see, we have been teaching a lot of people. For our classes online and offline, we have learned with over 3,000 people, but a lot of people, when they came to our class, only they realized, look, I've been advertising, but there's so much more that I don't know. See, the unknown is really what is stopping you from advancing. So thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, welcome to post it to me, and I will expect to see you again in the next live session. Thank you.